8 million adults in the United States openly identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual. Another 700,000 identify as transgender. The question as educators is, how many students identify this way? The numbers are not clear, but a Human Rights Campaign survey of 14,000 high school students found that 4 out of 11 LGBTQ students said they were not accepted in their community. A further 92% of LGBTQ youth say that they have heard negative messages about being LGBTQ, and that the largest source of these messages are schools.
Historical background. April 1952. Homosexuality is defined as a sociopathic personality disturbance. April 27, 1953. President D. Eisenhower signs Executive Order 10450, banning homosexuals from working for the federal government or any of its private contractors. The order lists homosexuals as security risks along with alcoholics and neurotics. January 1st, 1962. Illinois repeals its sodomy laws, becoming the first U.S. state to decriminalize homosexuality. March 2nd, 1982. Wisconsin becomes the first U.S. state to outlaw discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. May 18th, 2004. Massachusetts becomes the first state to legalize gay marriage. February 23, 2011. President Obama states his administration will no longer defend the Defense of Marriage Act, which bans the recognition of same-sex marriage.
So what's the problem with LGBTQ in schools? There are conservative groups fighting anti-bully campaigns because they aim to stop LGBTQ bullying. That is, because the campaigns are supporting LGBTQ in schools, they want them to stop. These groups want schools to instead adopt an inaction policy towards bullying. Thus, the best action is no action. An inaction policy would stop certain groups from gaining special privileges. Obviously, this is the viewpoint of a small but vocal minority.
Today, there is a sea change in public perception of the LGBTQ community. The greatest example of this change is in regards to gay marriage. As of 2013, 49% of Americans support gay marriage. 44% oppose it. This is the first time in history that support for gay marriage has outnumbered opposition. 19 states have freedom to marry, while 11 more states have courts that are ruling in favor of marriage equality. This is compared to a time only 50 years ago where LGBTQ rights were not even discussed in public. However, by comparison, 30 states still have the death penalty on their books, while only 19 states allow gay marriage. The good news, however, is that 77% of LGBTQ youth, as surveyed in that Human Rights Council poll, know that things will get better. Thus it is important to support LGBTQ students and their causes, not only to support those students, but also to prepare heterosexual students to interact with a world more open to the LGBTQ community.
So, what can teachers do? Visible support and small acts of kindness go a long way in helping these young youth feel safer and find harmony at school. Not only does fulfilling the role of ally let them know they are not alone, it models for other students that gay and transgender classmates are their peers, worthy of respect and acceptance. Number 1, posting a safe zone sign in your classroom and office. It signals to LGBTQ youth that your classroom is a friendly place for them to be. Number 2, Confront homophobic remarks, including slights and slurs that you overhear.
Hey, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
As teachers, you should seek opportunities to incorporate the contributions of LGBTQ people in science, history, athletics, and the arts into your own curriculum. Never assume the sexual orientation of your students. If LGBTQ students do confide in you, thank them for their trust. The last thing you can do as a teacher is volunteer for your school's Gay-Straight Alliance. If your school does not have a Gay-Straight Alliance, you should work to create one for your LGBTQ youth to feel safe in your school. Be an advocate.